So this is it. Project number 1. Table and chairs. I don't really know what material they are, but how do you clean this? I don't know, can you sand this or with an iron brush? Get the old paint off? I don't know. I will ask James what his suggestions is. But you can see the color, what's currently on, looks a bit just worn and old. And the previous color, which was a awful green, you can start to see it coming through. So, yeah. But I think it will be quite a nice accessory to the veranda of the barn. So, it should be a nice project. Oh, look at this one, it came off. Should be good in the hair, I hope. Here we go. Checking for spiders or snakes or any other critters. You just never know. Okay. talk about this bad boy. And what I actually meant was this bad boy. So this is the skin that James found earlier, obviously snake skin, and this is a carpet python. You find quite commonly over here in Queensland, if not all of Australia. I just go with Queensland for now. And yeah, so when I first got to Australia, I have to tell you, I was quite afraid of just the sight of snakes and the pure size. I mean, this piece and the piece here behind me, probably a good 3 meter long. So yeah, so when you just see them, they definitely give you a fright. But now that I have been living here on this property for a good 10 years now, it's just it's almost just like any other animal you see around here. So when we see a carpet snake, or when I see a carpet snake, I'm not afraid anymore. I'm actually more interested in observing it, because sometimes it just, you know, either have a bit of a bigger belly because they have just eaten something, and then they're just resting, you know, digesting what they have just eaten, and then a couple of days later they're on their way again. So they never really hang around in one spot. Yeah, so it's just kind of more interesting now to observe them, to see them. And I think even James said when he first moved here, he was quite afraid of just the size and the pure size of a carpet snake. But now he's even getting that brave that he's even able to relocate them, you know, pick them kind of up and, you know, relocate them in the forest and just, you know, help them on their way. So it's, yeah, so it's very interesting to have them around, and we actually don't mind having them around because they're helping us with the rodents, the bush rats, or other, you know, little bits of critter around here. So yeah, just, I mean, you know, we're basically living in their environment. So I guess it's just a bit of a co-living at the moment. They let us live here and we let them live here outside of the houses. So luckily we have not found a carpet snake inside either the barn, the cottage, or the house yet. So that is very good. And yeah, and we read earlier that apparently they can live up till 15 till 20 years in a natural environment, in a not closed, but like a controlled environment, up to, I think, 30 years it was. So yeah, very interesting. And yeah, but I guess this kind of size, a 3 meter size, if we would have had kittens or little puppies or chickens, I think you want to look out where the carpet snake is, because if you might have 5 puppies, you might only ending up with 4 puppies. So, because that's kind of the size what they would be eating. Yes, so if you have big carpet snakes, just look after your puppies and kittens. I have a pottery class this morning, which is already prepaid. So if that wouldn't have been prepaid, honestly, all I wanted to do is just sit here in the sun, enjoying my cup of tea and just enjoying the morning. I don't know, it just seems like a really peaceful morning, and I'm just looking at the little bits and pieces I did yesterday in the garden, and I feel like that's all I want to do this morning. I just want to continue working in the garden and just making it more pretty, and I don't know. Yeah. Now, this is day 2 of project number 2 or 2. So now we're just going to continue on the 2 garden beds we just have here side by side. But unfortunately, we only have 2 more bags of soil left, and I don't think they're enough for both of them. So James actually has suggested to take the dirt of another garden bed from over there in the forest and shovel it out and put it in a wheelbarrow, wheel it over here and fill at least one of the garden beds, or maybe even both of them, and then just use the soil from the bags just as a topsoil with because I have a bit of fertilizer in. So I think we have a bit more work to do. Honestly, usually I would put this into the too hard basket, can't be bothered. Let's just say project number 2 was a failure or just didn't work out, but I don't know, for some reason I feel persistent. So let's just see, I guess continue a little bit further. I just don't really understand how one simple job can be that boring. It's just insane. So good to have help. And yes, if somebody asks, these are my safety Birkenstock. And here we have honeydew melon. Is it how you pronounce it? I have placed my watermelon seedlings here in the middle with the rock melons because I'm hoping with the well, little cages thingies where the rock melon is supposed to climb up that it's quite hidden and the bandicoots don't find it. So that's actually my worst uh, outcome that I can think of in the next couple of days, if not weeks. Bandicoots finding all the little crops we just planted and eating them.